Smooth as molasses, merge the words of contraction, and throw away what's useless in the trash compactor. I'm an actor, I present you the finest films ever enacted, and Denzel Washington can watch me in action. I'm on a time machine invested in Hex on December 2nd, so I can feel what it's like to gain 20,000 X's, and some are hating harder than my erection, but I only trust my wife cause she's my reflection. PulseChain will be the new resurrection, and proof of stake plus a proof of token deflationary. New generation of blockchain technology that'll bring new meaning to hex flexing.
What's going on, everybody? It's the Crypto Wonder from the Crypto Wonder podcast. Hope you're doing well. Another day, another opportunity. Let's get right into it. We're going to discuss why you have to, exercise some serious critical thinking for yourselves in dealing with cryptocurrency. You really have to apply critical thinking. I'm going to tell you why I'm talking about this. I just wasted 7 minutes of my life listening to a content creator that I used to follow. Because, see, before I got into Hex, Pulse, and I really liked Bitcoin, right? Like, Bitcoin introduced me to crypto, and so I was following of many individuals in the space. And this one guy, I haven't followed him for the better part of last year because he's just, all he talks about is primarily Bitcoin. And he creates a video and talks about how now people, well, he's always said people have to do their own research, but that really don't invest more than you can afford to lose, right? A person like myself, I've always heard that, and it never really gelled well with me because I can't afford to lose anything. So I never understood I get why people say that. Don't invest what you can't afford to lose. I can't afford to lose anything. So, but I get why he's telling his audience this. This is a person who, goes on extreme rants talking about why he's supposed to buy Bitcoin, have Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to be the best. Forget about everything else. Everything else are shit coins. Everything else. Bitcoin is going to reach 250,000, $500,000, $1 million. Then what is the world going to do? Then what are you going to do? Like, this is what he would go on his tangents. I mean, he's very entertaining. But then I woke up, people. Like, I woke up because there's always two sides to a situation. There's always two sides. All things in life are dual in nature. You have the both, you can't just be one-sided in your view, because then you risk the chance of being incorrect because your perspective is not whole. Let me give you an example, because back in 2020, the narrative in crypto, the narrative for Bitcoin in 2020 towards the fall and towards the end of 2020, you had institutions coming out talking about by the end of 2021, Bitcoin was going to be $388,000. Bitcoin was going to be $400,000. Bitcoin was going to be $100,000. Plan B with his chart, expressing how at the end of 2021, Bitcoin stock to flow ratio, stock to flow model, his, prediction was Bitcoin would reach $288,000 by the end of 2021. How are they looking right now? You understand the term saving face? Save your face from the embarrassment and the shame. They all should feel ashamed. Because what they did was hide behind these foolish and, dare I say, bullshit disclaimers that we all, get caught up with. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Do your own research to save face for times like now where they have to eat crow. We're in January 2022 now. Where is the $288,000 Bitcoin? Where is the $100,000 Bitcoin? Where is the $388,000 Bitcoin? Where is it? And we'll continue to stress to you the halving will decrease how much, Bitcoin is minted. And that will put pressure on scarcity. So the price will go up because the demand will be high. This is the same narrative, and talk about how deflationary it is, and not tell you about how Bitcoin experiences inflation. Like, this is why people have to open their freaking eyes. They're lying to you straight to your face. They've been lying to us and will continue to lie. When you hear about institutions buying and individuals buying thousands and thousands and thousands of Bitcoin, and you want to talk about a fair system, I never saw how anything of that made sense when in 2020 everyone was hopping on Grayscale's nutsack, admiring the hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin they were accumulating the whole year of 2020, the fall leading into 2021. Excuse me. And I'm saying to myself, why is one entity accumulating all this Bitcoin? There'll be nothing left for anybody else. It's a greed factor. It's a control factor. It's a power struggle, a power move, not even a struggle. Because if everything is supposed to be denominated eventually in Bitcoin, guess who are going to be in control of all of it? Not you and I. Is these small number of people, these small number of individuals that own the most of it, right? Thereby, come on, you can finish that thought. I won't have to. You can do that. It doesn't, none of this makes sense. And then we have an entire 2021. We know about the health crisis going on with COVID. We understand all that. How that's brought nothing but chaos and confusion in the minds of all of us. For real, man. Seriously. Can't make any sense out of any of this going on. We understand the effect that had in the markets, right? But you had an entire, it was going on in 2020. And all these predictions, all these statisticians, all these critical, theoretical, technical individuals, institutions, accountants, all these people that represent institutions, respected individuals in finance, had all these great things to say about Bitcoin and predicting Bitcoin's rise in 2021. The entire 2021 came and went. And Bitcoin couldn't break 70K. And now you're looking at these folks. And then throughout Twitter, right? Throughout Twitter, all these people are telling you how They were still, even when the thing went back down from 69K, it dropped back down to what, 50? Maybe even the high 40s. You still had these people talk about, oh yeah, there's still a chance. Stock to flow plan B still drawing on his freaking chart, making it seem like the thing is still going to touch 288,000. And people were buying all of this up, misleading the freaking people. It's disgusting, seriously. It really is. And this is why you, the new folks coming into crypto, you're coming into a trap if you're not dealing with the right cryptos. If you listening to that Bitcoin talk, you're falling into a trap. And I was pro Bitcoin, heavy. But don't buy into it. Do not buy into the rhetoric, because now it's like, oh, the video of that content creator that I was talking about, his stance is now, well, no one can predict the future. But you were going by what these soothsayers have been saying for so long. He was supporting his argument about 250,000 Bitcoin, 500,000, based on the information that was being said over the last several years, based on the opinions of other people, based on the attitude of these individuals, not solely based on the blockchain and the math. It was based on hype. For years, you would see thumbnails, right, in their videos, $100,000 Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin, $500,000 Bitcoin, Bitcoin to the moon. All this is quiet right now for a reason. Don't get caught in the freaking hype, or you'll be doomed to be stuck in that loop, chasing a dragon of a dream that will never materialize and come to pass. You'll be stuck listening to these individuals while you're enriching them, because what they do, they got their hustle going. It's a hustle for them. They don't care about the viewers. They don't care about you because they don't keep it genuine and real. They're not authentic in delivering their messages. What they want to deliver, what they want to keep authentic is you filling in their coffers and their pockets and proverbial and intangible wallets. Give them the donations, right? Give them the attention they want, right? Because this is how this works. It's an exchange. They get rich, you get wrecked. They become popular, you get wrecked. They continue to get paid, shilling, talking shit to you, you get wrecked. Like, I'm thinking about this more and more now. Like, it's quiet for all of them. All of them. It's quiet for all of these YouTubers that promoted Bitcoin all through last year. It's quiet for all of them. We just went through 365 days. Where is the $288,000 Bitcoin? Your methods, your tabulations, your charts, your analysis is fugazi to me. It's garbage. It's trash. It's bullshit. That's it. I already knew this, but I'm saying it because other people have to hear it. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Do not, or you will be led to slaughter, because that's all it is. The blind pushing the next blind person off the cliff, and you'll never recover. You'll be destroyed, wondering how you got there so fast. There is nothing else to say regarding that. I'm not giving anybody any light, any time of my day. I just wasted the 7 minutes that I can't recover, like I said. Watching this guy that I used to watch. I want to see, okay, because he was like, what was the channel? It was said, he's going to be real about Bitcoin now. Now today, you want to be real about, I thought you were being real for the past 5 years. You weren't being real, because numbers force people to tell the truth. You understand? Numbers don't lie. And they force people to tell the truth. And we saw an entire year come and go. And this piece of shit of a cryptocurrency couldn't even break 6 figures. Meanwhile, they're trying to tell you it's still going to break 6 figures to the last week of December. You have people still talking about, yeah, it's still going to reach 288,000. Where? And poor people, people who are struggling, people who don't know any better, people who are naive, people who won't do their own research are buying into all of it and get wrecked over and over and over again. A spotlight needs to be placed on those people, man. Seriously, like certain things, man. But that's me. You know, certain spotlight needs to be placed on content creators who just display just gross, just disregard for what they say. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this is harm. You talk about money here. This is about money. That's the bottom freaking line. This is about money. You know, and people try to go where money's respected, but then if you watching content creators that don't know shit about what they're talking about, or they just straight fooling you, then you get what you deserve. You get what you deserve because they're not respecting your time. They're not valuing you as a viewer. They're valuing themselves and their opportunity to step all over all of their, or everybody in their audience. It's what it is. What's the next stock to flow model going to look like for this year? You going to buy into it? What's supposed to reach this year? 400,000, 500,000? You going to buy into that? You going to buy all, you know, it's all the economists, this fluffy stuff they always talk about. I could drop so many names. It's too many to count. It's too many to count. Stick to what really works, yo. Stick to what really works. And I can say that emphatically with what I talk about. For real, for real. I'm serious. Because I've seen both sides. I've seen it. It is what it is. The thing is, Bitcoin is a safe thing to talk about. That's the problem for a lot of these people. Bitcoin is a safe topic to bring up. 13 years ago, it wasn't safe. Up until maybe the first 7 years of Bitcoin's existence, it wasn't safe to talk about Bitcoin, at least, you know, freely and openly like it is today. So a lot of these guys are going to continue to lie to you. And, you know, I got to tell you, man, it's not going to stop. And until people really wake up and realize what's taking place here, this is just going to continue. And they're going to continue to remain wrecked. I'll tell you, you know, when think about it, you know, Hex, PulseChain, these things are the, you know, equivalent to me, like the early days of Bitcoin. The early days. Seriously, because people didn't want to talk about it. They, you know, it was vilified. Bitcoin was like, oh no, that's for gangsters. That's for, you know, Silk Road, dark web. You know, criminals deal with that. And now look, you have billboards in Times Square, New York, promoting cryptocurrency, ERC20 tokens and all that, like built-in lights, bright lights. Oh yeah. But it's not safe to talk about Hex? What do y'all say? You know what I mean? Like, it's not safe to talk about Hex because you guys poured how many trillions of dollars of your monetary energy into Bitcoin and might, well, not how many trillion, but let's say at least a trillion. You know, the guys at Johnny come latelys, the institutions, the, you know, financiers of the world, whatever, the rich of the world, you know, entities, individuals, CEOs, whoever, whatever, who got into Bitcoin, put all this into it, and then they realize, oops, oh yeah, it's a oops. There's something out here that's better. Right? Oops. So no, they're going to keep their narrative going because they got to pump their bags. You know what I'm saying? They got to pump their bags. They bought the top. So what? They're going to sell the bottom? No.
So they're not going to talk about Hex and look at what they could have done if they got into Hex. And it's sad. It's sad. They're not going to talk about Hex and look at what they can receive as far as yield even now, because they got to pump their bass because they made $1 trillion mistake. I tell you, man. I tell you, it's disgusting. It's disgusting what these people are doing to the people, man. You got to wake up, folks. You got to realize, you got to really understand. And I know it could be complicated, especially again for the new people. I know this is man, this is intimidating. When you're getting into crypto, you starting out fresh. This is no joke. For all of us who've been in it for years, it's like second nature to us. We see it regular, but people coming in, we know how it was for us coming in. So imagine the people behind us, and there's so much more to deal with now. My goodness. This is why you got to keep it simple. You got to keep it simple, man. I mean, the technology between the time I got in 6 years ago and today, there's no comparison. There is absolutely no. We didn't have DeFi. We didn't have DeFi 5 years ago. No, not to this level where it's and it's going to grow. And then the whole metaverse come on, man, that was not happening at the scale it's happening today. NFTs and all. Come on. So I know people are going to be scared. They're like, man, I don't know which way I'm going. That's why when I talk to people, even, in my own time, I keep everything simple and plain, because people want to understand how they can simply make a lot of money using the right tools like Hex and soon to be PulseChain and PulseX. But you're going to keep hearing these people talk about Bitcoin. I told you why they're talking about it. To fill their own pockets, to fill their own bags, to satisfy and satiate their own greedy palate for whatever reasons they got. You can't tell me in good faith, these people with large, audience, are really honestly caring for their audience, talking about how Bitcoin's still going to go to the moon. When you have other opportunities now that can make them really go to the moon. At least quicker than Bitcoin, at least quicker than Ethereum. That's my whole point. It's as if I mean, come on. Yeah, we understand 140 years is going to take for the last Bitcoin to be mined. We understand that. That technology was 2008, bruh. Time evolves. Technology evolves at a rapid pace. So the day is coming where people are going to talk about Hex openly. And not like we haven't been, but I'm saying you're going to see some celebrities, some, famous people in whatever walks of life talk about Hex. Because why not? Why not? They're going to talk about it. Not only they're going to talk about it, they're going to favor that over everything else. They're going to favor that over the likes of Bitcoin, over the likes of Ethereum, and whatever else, folks like to talk about. Because of the opportunities it's brought. And soon they're going to talk about PulseChain the same way too. I mean, folks, you got to hold on to your seats. Hold on to your seats, because people can't really fathom or wrap their minds on what PulseChain is going to bring. PulseChain, even introducing PulseDex, another, come on, man, by itself, look at out the gate, you got PulseChain and PulseDex. And people still don't know how deep and wide this is going to go. And it's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. But this is just showing you how technology advances over time. It's okay. When I heard that the Lightning Network couldn't even get properly funded, their numbers are the low millions, and Bitcoin blockchain has a trillion moving around, whatever. It reached $1 trillion last year, so whatever. High hundreds of billions. Who cares? Maybe more. I don't know. I stopped looking because I'm in Hex. I don't have to look anymore. But Lightning Network struggle. They just did the Taproot thing. What did the Taproot do to the protocol? I don't know, man. Look, shout out to Bitcoin, but I'm not trying to be lying to people talking about this, that, and the third. when I know Hex is providing something that Bitcoin isn't. Yeah, I'm not going to give the people poison. I'd rather give them the medicine that they need to continue to, to thrive, to do well, and succeed, period. That's it. That's it. That's it. So I'm just going to continue to delete even more. I'm going to go through my thing, right? My subscriptions. I'm going to really do this. I'm going to go to my subscriptions and I'm going to unsubscribe for whatever, stragglers I got in my thing that talk about BTC hard body. It's over. I'm not doing that to myself anymore. They don't need my viewership. They could find plenty of other people who would buy into their, open-ended lies and rhetoric. Crazy. Not doing that, folks. We got stuff to look forward to. Look, man, you see what's going on in PulseX? You see what's going on? And the whales, how the whales are politicking? You see how the whales are politicking this game? There's some whale activity going on. You got to study the science, man. This thing is scientific, let me tell you, man. I'm not even trying to joke. When you're watching how these people move, it's all about human behavior. Strategy, planning, executing, observing, assessing, evaluating, re-strategizing. The whales, man. Yo. Shout out to the whales that's producing and providing the education that a lot of us need to learn about how whales move. I mean, this is crazy. The sacrifice, I think it touched 269 million at the time of this recording, the sacrifice phase for PulseX. It's crazy. It's over $250 million in less than a week. What are we talking, people? What are we talking about? I mean, for real, man. Give credit to where it's due. Give credit to where it's due. People want something new. People want something innovative. People want something exciting. People want something different. And even though Hex has been around, right? It seems like Hex is unfolding in its own way where you constantly learn new things about Hex. The same piece of technology that's been around for 2 years already. You keep learning new things about this. This is crazy. It's crazy. That alone. And thanks to Hex, now we're going to have PulseChain. Thanks to Hex, now we're going to have PulseX. Like, we got to put things in perspective. That's fire. To me, that's fire. I love it. Future airdrops possibility. These are the immediate things that we could think of. What about what we can't even, conceive right now? Or what this is crazy. It's beautiful, man. I'm excited. Feels great. And we all deserve to feel excited. Because this is part of the new world. This is what's happening, man. It's the wave of the future. We're living it. We're actively participating in it, anticipating nothing less than success. So don't, poison your mind with these empty channels. Because I say it's empty because the information that they give you is hollow. They have no substance. It's all a ruse. It's a ploy to get you to like their stuff, to get you to buy into whatever they're shilling you. And this is wrong because that keeps you in a subservient, depressed state, mentally and financially, and possibly health. Some people, they throw their rent money into these things. Oh, this Inu, this a meme coin is blowing up, is bubbling. Oh, let's take this chance. Boom. Come on, man. No, it shouldn't be like that. Not at all. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Shout out to all my subscribers, both new and old. You know what I mean? Shout out to all of y'all. And we're going to keep seeing what these things do. I hope you all are well. And I'll talk to you later. Peace.